So with that, I would like to turn things over to my colleague and partner, Dr. Dorothy Ibes from William and Mary. Dorothy.
Thank you so much, Don, and welcome everyone. Again, we are so pleased you're all joining us today, or perhaps at a later date when we post these recordings on our YouTube channel. We are so grateful for attending today's event on a Friday, for your enthusiasm, and hope for your participation. So my name is Dorothy Ibes. Like Don said, I'm the co-director of CNRx along with Don Rakow. I'm also faculty at William & Mary in Environment and Sustainability, where I've been teaching campus Nature RX courses for about 8 years now, including the science and experience of ecotherapy and mapping for community nature RX. I'm also the director of the Parks and Ecotherapy Research Lab at William & Mary, where my students and I have been working on research and outreach for many years now. So if you're interested in learning more about this work, please visit our lab website, parksresearchlab.com. So today I'll be providing a brief overview of CNRx for our members and guests. Before I begin, if you're interested in learning more about anything I'm discussing, please email us or visit our website. This info is listed at the bottom of all of my slides. So the Campus Nature RX network is continuing to grow rapidly from 4 member institutions in 2019 to now representatives from over 80 colleges and universities today. From a few of us sharing ideas in a very informal Zoom call to over 250 registrants for today's symposium, the most we've ever had. This slide displays the locations of our current member institutions across the country and internationally now. Many of these have active Campus Nature RX programming. You can learn more about their programs on the members page of our website. Others are visioning, planning, and gathering the resources to begin new Campus Nature RX programs. So the swift expansion of this movement continues to demonstrate that cultivating health on campuses through nature engagement really resonates with campus leaders, students, and the rest of campus communities. Decades of research in the fields of environmental psychology, ecopsychology, ecotherapy, human environment geography, and many other related fields have been building the irrefutable case that for many, time in and around nature makes us healthier, happier, more creative, and more successful in all facets of our lives. So as our member institutions are demonstrating, Campus Nature RX programming really harnesses that healing power of nature to ease the burden on campus health centers while supporting student success, satisfaction, happiness, health, and retention, simply by tapping into often underappreciated and underutilized natural features that already exist on many of our campuses. I'm going to admit some new people here. So as our members have shown, health can be promoted on any campus from urban to rural and everything in between, and that such programming does not have to be complicated or expensive to be transformative. So we want to acknowledge and sincerely celebrate our incredible member institutions and the passionate, hardworking professionals at those institutions that advocate for and run Campus Nature RX programming, teaching, and research on their campuses. This is an often complicated, misunderstood, and underappreciated undertaking, but we want you to know that we see you, we appreciate each and every one of you and your efforts. Please let us know how we can support you and know you are not alone out there. So although our members are the real of our network, it does take some dedicated individuals to keep up the basics of the network. I am fortunate to have been co-directing for many years Campus Nature RX with my very accomplished colleague and a very good friend, Don Rakow. His 2019 book, Nature RX, Improving College Student Mental Health, galvanized the Campus Nature RX network. We would not be here today if it was not for him. So we are lucky to have also 2 very talented and passionate staff members to help support this growing network, Margaret Vanyan and Mia Parrott. Further, every other month, Campus Nature RX members receive an expertly crafted, informative, and inspirational e-newsletter. So we want to show how much gratitude we have for our dedicated editorial team, Stacy Parker, Dr. Sue McQueen, and Dr. Cindy Jones. Thank you all so much for keeping our network informed and inspired all of these years. We'd also like to acknowledge our valued and talented advisory committee, all very respected and accomplished leaders in the field. James Edward Mills, Dr. Jennifer Roberts, Abel Olivio, and Dr. Cecilia Cruz. So the massive growth of CNRx in recent years would not have been possible without very generous funding from the REI Cooperative Action Fund. This revolutionary fund is supporting our work as well as that of several of our admired members, colleagues, and other leaders dedicated to creating a more equitable outdoors. So as Don mentioned, CNRx is a coalition of college and university leaders interested in cultivating campus health through inclusive and equitable nature engagement, teaching, research, and outreach. But we really want you to know that despite being in academia, we at CNRx are dedicated to remaining grassroots, informal, and accessible and welcoming to everyone. Our goal is to share ideas, to build community, and to reduce any barriers to others implementing CNRx programming on their campuses. This is why membership is free, why our symposium is virtual, free, and open to anyone. This is why we post videos to YouTube for anyone to view, and why our presenters include voices from professionals and thought leaders to students who are on the ground with their peers running these programs. This is why our newsletter is free and open to anyone, and why our team is now working to build a really robust set of free resources and toolkits for new and growing programs forthcoming on our website, though there are some there already for you to use. So we love to share our ideas, our inspiration, our materials, and other resources. And we really want you to know that we love when you apply these to your campuses and communities. Please let us know if you do, so we can also celebrate that with you. We want you to feel very comfortable emailing us with questions, engaging with members that you can contact from their members page on the website, and continuously networking with, learning from, and inspiring each other. So if this sounds good to you, I'd like to share some ways, if you're not a member already, that you can get involved with CNRx. Anyone with an interest in this work, even those without official college or university affiliation, can sign up on our mailing list. Here is a QR code. You can also go to our website, again, listed at the bottom, campusnature.com. Likewise, anyone can attend this free symposium. We offer it each fall. We also, as I mentioned, have a developing YouTube channel. Please subscribe to be alerted when the recordings of this symposium are released. In the meantime, you can watch any presentation from the past 4 symposia on our website now. Please show the presenters some love by commenting on and liking their videos. And if you want to formalize your engagement with CNRx, we welcome anyone. As we said, simply click Join CNRx from our members page. There are 3 levels of engagement. So CNRx Engaged Individual is open to anyone interested in this movement. If you're a faculty or staff at a college or university, you can apply with your team to join over 100 higher ed professionals as an official CNRx member institution. There are 2 levels of membership, again, both free of charge. So there's the affiliate membership open to all higher ed professionals, no matter where they are in their CNRx journey. An active membership is open to higher ed professionals that manage established active outreach, teaching, and/or research related to Nature RX on college campuses. So active members design and run their own programs, and we create a website or webpage on our site to showcase their program and share their contact information. We at CNRx are particularly dedicated to engaging and supporting campus leaders from HBCUs, HSIs, community colleges, and tribal colleges So if you are a leader at one of these institutions or a student, please reach out so we can share more about how we might support your efforts. I also want to mention our CNRx Academy certificate program, which brings together leaders from colleges and universities to support new or evolving campus nature RX programming through live virtual workshops, one-on-one coaching sessions, templates for campus profiles and CNRx pilot plans, access to exclusive materials, and a supportive community of peers. This is facilitated by Dawn and myself, and you can earn a Campus Nature RX certification. It is a year-long program that starts in late summer. This year's Academy includes 20 enthusiastic, dedicated higher ed professionals from 5 campuses across the country. The participants represent a range of positions from student leaders to directors, managers, and other key leadership from university sustainability teams, counseling centers, student health services, student affairs, campus recreation, health and wellness, and arboretums. Their member institutions span the US from the Northeast to the Southwest and represent diverse campus types from large liberal arts universities to smaller schools serving primarily BIPOC and first-gen students. More on their progress probably at next year's symposium. So the certification program could be for you if you are a college or university faculty or staff or other leader concerned about mental health and well-being on your campus, of your students, and of the broader campus community. If you want to supplement campus health offerings with evidence-based campus nature RX programming, and or you would benefit from an expert and community support to grow or help you get your own CNRx program off the ground, from visioning and designing to funding and realization. Of course, anyone who has done this work will tell you that leading a Nature RX program requires time, energy, and most of all, patience, but is extremely empowering and fulfilling. And an increased number of campuses are demonstrating the power of nature engagement to reduce stress, heal, nurture, and restore campus communities while improving academic performance and student social, physical, and mental health. We feel at CNRx that this certification will become a mark of dedication to student health and well-being, with the added benefit of alleviating the burden on campus health services while bolstering student retention, success, and satisfaction. So again, to keep informed as we open applications for the upcoming academy, please complete our interest form. So one particular shout out to our existing CNRx members. We really want to hear from you. Please review your information on the website. Make sure everything is correct and up to date. Your name, any of the details about your program, the links, the contacts, etc. We'd like to keep our database as up to date as possible. If you have program changes, that's fantastic. We'd love to hear about them. We'd like to celebrate them and showcase them on the website. You can go ahead and submit a new Join CNRx application and just noting what updates there are, and we will update your web page. And that is particularly for active members. And of course, please feel free to email us, campusnaturerx@gmail.com, if you have any questions. If you'd like to submit a program update for publication in an upcoming newsletter, we would love to showcase what's going on at your campus. You could send a little description with a couple of images and we can put that in a newsletter. Also, some of you are producing amazing resources. If you want to share those with the rest of the people in our network and beyond, we could add this to the website. So again, especially in the coming year, we are going to be doing a lot of expansion of the resources, kind of the DIY resources on our website, including toolkits, guides, and other resources. So really stay tuned for that. And if you are someone who's looking for that inspiration or some DIY guidance for your program, first, I recommend that you check out our members page. look at the different campuses. There are links on there to their individual web pages. Learn about what they're doing, contact them. Also, we have a number of resources on our website right now, developed and curated to support Campus Nature RX programming, including journal articles, guides, books, and more. For example, here you can see the link to Dawn's book. There's also the framework for developing of a new Campus Nature RX program. We have a huge collection of resources related to inclusion, including the Guide to Anti-Racism in the Outdoors. There's a link to a Nature RX guide for first-year college and university students created by Dawn for Cornell University, and a practitioner's guide to assessing connection to nature. Some additional resources here are some research articles. So Campus Nature RX, how investing in nature intervention benefits college students. There's also a link to the paper that Dawn and I wrote about barriers to nature engagement for youth of color, a scoping review on the impact of nature on mental health by Meredith et al. And from Nature RX at UMD, review for pursuing green space and health as a wellness resource for the body, mind, and soul by Roberts. There's also a link here at the bottom to the Children in Nature Network Research Library, which is an incredible resource. The Children in Nature Network curates and summarizes peer-reviewed scientific literature to help build that evidence base for advancing the nature and health movement, and you can sort it by all kinds of topics. It's a very valuable resource that we highly recommend that you check out. And a final note here for today's attendees. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your passion for this work. We love when you share your reactions, your thoughts, your stories, your resources, and we really love when you give compliments to the speakers. So please, please post these in the chat. If you have questions, please write them down or post them in the chat, and we will compile them for the Q&A session at 2 p.m. Eastern.